In the studio with me from the Leeds and Grenville, United Way of Leeds and Grenville, I'm talking with Melissa Heidman, who happens to be the director of the resource development. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Doreen.
So please tell our viewers, just recently, there was, I guess, a campaign or a challenge, whatever you want to call it, and it was called Novemberger 2014. I know. anyway, please tell our viewers, what was it?
Yeah, so before I started in July, the team decided to bring the ultimate burger battle to Leeds and Grenville.
Okay.
So this was in celebration of Thunder Bay's 5th year doing the event. They started in 2019, and it was a raging success. And so they decided to bring it coast to coast, and the team learned about it at the annual conference. And when I started, they tasked me with getting it off the ground. And thankfully, I had experience doing events like this at downtown Brockville.
Yes.
And I never could have predicted the success that we had with this event being the first year. Because usually it takes repetition to get events going.
Exactly.
In my experience. So I was very surprised at how easily it was received, how much fun people had with it, how so many restaurants just embraced it without asking too many questions, which is just something I'm not used to. I'm used to going in with a business pitch. So essentially, the businesses who agreed to participate hosted a special burger for the month of November.
So
I told you, I'm not going to be able to say it.
I know, it's a tongue twister. It really is. Yes.
Yeah.
So they just thought it was a super good idea.
Yeah. It was great.
And so when they had their signature burger, did they donate an amount from every burger that was sold?
Yes, so $2 from every burger is coming back to United Way Leeds and Grenville.
Oh, wow.
Some places have decided to either match the burgers that they've sold in a donation, and others have upped it to $5 a burger.
Wasn't that nice of them?
So nice, yes.
So how many restaurants actually participated?
So we had 10 restaurants. We had 15 initially starting, but unfortunately due to staffing challenges, we had them back out at the last minute.
Yes.
But hopefully they'll be on board for 2025 if we do it. And so 5 are in Brockville and then 5 are on the outskirts in Leeds and Grenville.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
Because it's Leeds and Grenville.
Exactly.
So why not include the outlying areas as well? So this being the first year, how much have you raised?
So I can't tell you that yet.
Oh, okay.
We are going to have a touchdown event on the 3rd week of December.
Yes.
And that is going to be held at the winner of the top Novemberger restaurant, which I can tell you if you'd like to hear.
Yes, please.
That was Kara's Burgers and Fries in Brockville.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That was the first one I went to.
Me too.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations to Kara then. I think that's super. So the ambassadors.
Yes.
Please tell our viewers about this, the ambassadors. If
Well,
you
I feel
don't
like you might be an expert because you were one of them.
Yes, I was. Thank you.
We attempted to recruit 5 ambassadors for the month, and we settled with 3 amazing people that were able to champion the event because they understood it and got on board right away. And then we used the remaining 2 spaces of ambassador cards to pass out to community partners like Brockville Fire, OPP, and just people out there doing the work that might enjoy a nice warm burger in their bellies. So we hoped that they could get out there and support Novemberger as well. And so 3 ambassadors, including yourself, was also Janica with Great Water Way Hearing and Chad Noonan with BD Film. And so all 3 of you are great community champions, and we're so happy to have you on board.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so
it was a great experience.
You guys signed up to eat at all 10 places.
We did.
I couldn't believe it. I ate at 9, so I wasn't planning on it, but I feel like it turned into a burger. And I felt like it was the least I could do with the support the restaurant showed us.
Would you please tell our viewers who the participating restaurants are, if you can remember them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way I've done it is we had Rapid Valley in Lansdowne, went to Algan with Studley's Kitchen.
Yes.
And then we came over to Cedar Valley out on the outskirts of Brockville. Coming down into Brockville, we had Luna Pizzeria. We had Kara's Burger and Fries. Then we had Manel's Fish and Chips, Keystorm Pub, Fat Less on King Street, which is a brand new establishment that opened 2 weeks prior to our event starting.
Nice.
And they just jumped on board, of course.
Nice.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And we also had Tim's Fish and Chips in Prescott, as well as our friends at Bridgeview in Johnstown.
You did. You got them all. You got them all. Wow. And I must say, being an ambassador and actually going out, it was a treat for me. I was able to meet some people that I never met before, and to eat in some establishments that I hadn't been in. And I've been to some that I knew that it was going to be awesome. Well, they all were.
They all came so close to
Well, they were
to
all
perfect
different,
scores.
though. They were all different.
Yeah, they really championed the event, right?
And you know, the servers that I came in contact with, they were so obliging. So, you know, they just, like, go.
Yes. Yeah, they really sold it. So many of them didn't know that I was a part of the event. So it was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was great. It
was
really,
good.
really was. So, can you tell us, you've already told us who the top Novemberger of 2024 is. Can you tell us who sold the most?
I cannot, because we
Okay.
still have about 5 restaurants incoming. Mondays and
right.
Tuesdays, many of our restaurants are catching their weekend, right?
Yes, of
so
course.
we had hoped that we might have the numbers for today, but I can tell you the top 3 People's Choice.
Okay. All right.
So we had first place, again, was Kara's Burgers and Fries in Brockville.
Oh,
Yeah. And then in second place was Stooley's Kitchen in Elgin. And third place was Fat Less on King Street.
oh my heavens. Wow.
Yeah, everybody was a rock star with this event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was close.
Well, I love the idea that you had these different titles and there was more than one winner. You know,
Yes.
I mean, why not?
Exactly.
Why
And
not?
it helps us spread out the event. And if we do it in 2025, we'll have our launch party at the restaurant who had the most burgers sold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So, you just mentioned that there's a possibility of having a 2025. Now, what about your United Way campaign? It's going to be coming to an end. We're in December.
Yes.
How are you people doing?
Yeah, so I do understand that we're hovering around 50%. And we did have some very successful events in the last 3 days. So I don't have an updated number, but we did have a leadership event. We've had Giving Tuesday yesterday.
Yes.
Robert at Canadian Tire hosted us for Giving Tuesday. And Bruce hosted Haley on the air yesterday
I heard
morning.
them, yes.
And of course, because of technology, we have so many ways to give. So we were able to take donations right up to midnight. And all of those donations yesterday were matched. So I believe we were at 17,000 about 1 o'clock yesterday. But our campaign goal is 980,000. And all of that money stays local in Leeds and Grenville to support critical social infrastructure. So when we look at the programs and services we have in our area, many of these programs depend on United Way funding.
They do.
So
They do.
we'd really love for a great start to 2025 so that these agencies can depend on that money because, of course,
Continue what they're doing, right?
yeah, they're out there
Yes.
doing the work.
Yeah.
We've got agencies doing grassroots programs like Willie at the mill. So he receives funding just to keep his lights on because he's doing everything for free. And then we've got Big Brothers Big Sisters, Leeds Grenville Mental Health, Connect Youth, so many different programs. And then we also service out towards Kempville, Merrickville, Gananoque. There's somebody being served in every single community in Leeds and Grenville at any given time in the year from birth to death.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, we love the work that you people do, that's for sure.
Thank you.
So continue doing it. And do you have something that you were going
I do have a
Give
little
me?
present for you as one
Okay.
of our ambassadors. So I'd love to gift you this beautiful mug.
a burger mug? A burger
Yes.
mug. Well, thank you for this. It was a pleasure to have had the opportunity.
It's a pleasure to have you on board and all
I'll
the lovely
remember.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll remember all this.